Wrestling POV's content not be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised.
This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
What is up?
I'm back!
Yeah, Clay's back from making babies, or having babies.
having babies.
I have a feeling you're not done yet, though.
Well, we'll see.
As Kaylee's right behind you with a bat. You better not!
That's right. That's right.
See how big that last one was?
Bro, she be the one pushing it, man. She be the one saying, hey, we need more.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I guess
so, man. Jeepers. All right, before we start the show, I'm your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man, Clay Cummings.
How's it going, people?
And the gentleman, the Luchasaurus of Wrestling POV, Elio Canella.
Wow.
And he came back specifically because he said, you know what, I am not going to get stripped of the 5-second shuffle champion. Screw y'all, I'm going back to defend it. And play spoiler. The original Ben Pierce.
Yes, how are you?
So
you didn't think I was gonna let you get off that easy?
Well, that's true. That's true.
Clay's like now your best buddy now because you defeated Elio and Julian last week. And,
right.
So he's like, well, shit, that's all good with me.
Bro,
so,
I gotta tell you, though. How did you miss Demolition, man? I was in the hospital, and I was listening to the show, and then I hear Demolition play. I'm like, oh, Ben's got this. And then you missed it. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, and the answer to that question is quite simple. Demolition was well before my time.
Okay. That was an excuse. I hear that every day.
Well, that's surprising considering you're, 60 million years old?
That's right.
He's got a point there, Elio.
All right.
He does got a point. But Elio also said they played this game also on their podcast, and he does terrible. And Elio's like, what the hell? You do bad on that, but good on this one?
Also, I have to defend myself. See, I was playing nice because, I didn't want to embarrass him the first time. But see, he plays these pathetic AEW themes.
Whoa!
And then he'll play these NXT themes, and he knows that I don't watch NXT. And how in the world am I supposed to get these pathetic CFO themes? Nobody's gonna get that.
Wow. Well, see, that's why I just hit the shuffle button. I don't know what comes up; it just pops up. An unfortunate event also happened last week with Elio getting 2 of the forbidden songs in a row.
I saw you guys sit on in the group chat, and I'm like, wait, I did say that Dustro's theme was better than Reba's.
Yeah,
and then I get Reba's,
and then it was so ironic. We didn't I listened back to the show myself, and Elio literally said that it's better than Reba, and then all of a sudden that's what we get.
It's the curse of the $50 man.
Oh,
shit! Like Dan Houser.
Oh, see,
I don't know, Clay.
He went all Papa Shango with the voodoo.
All right, let's start the show with our fantasy matchup. Last week it was me against Clay. Elio, what are the current records right now?
So let me pull the current records up here. I believe you are still at 2-0.
Yep.
While Clay is tied with me.
Is he?
2-1.
You're 2-1 too?
No, he we had the battle of the 500s, and
Oh, yeah,
Clay
that's
won
right.
that one.
So he's
moved
2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And what'd you have, Elio?
I'm still at 2-1.
You're 2-1 too.
Yeah, we had the battle of the 500s. Clay won. He should be up to 3.
Oh.
We might have to go back and check.
Yeah.
We might have to go back. What's Julian?
Let's see what we have. Julian is at 0.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
0-2?
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm at 1. Clay's at 2. Julian's at 0, and you're at 2.
All right. So me and Clay are tied. No, he's 2-1. I'm 2-0. You're 1-1, right? Or 1-2?
I believe I'm 1 and 2. I only
okay.
I'm 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, you're 1-2, and Julian's 0-3?
Yeah.
Jesus. You know what? I think that should be his new nickname, Mr. Zero. Because he can't even seriously, he can't even get a point in the 5-second shuffle either. He's like a 2-week drought where he hasn't gotten any.
That is true. That is true.
Muted, man. Call him Mr. Zero. All right, so last week it was myself versus Clay. I had old school, and Clay had new school. We went with women's this time. Clay went with Asuka, and I went with sensational Sherri. So I thought I had the advantage of this. I'm looking at the comments. People are saying, "Oh, fucking Sherri all day long." I'm like, "Hell yeah, go vote. Vote for Sherri now. Go ahead. Go on, get." And to my demise, I got slaughtered.
Which
Now,
surprises me.
Me too.
Well, it doesn't surprise me, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because when Elio told me this matchup, I said, I bet you most people are gonna think to themselves, wait, Sensational Sherri was a wrestler? Because most people associate her as a manager.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah. But she was a bad bitch, boys.
Yes, she was.
She was never not a bad bitch. She was always one.
Yeah. That's true. So, all right. So before I read the results on this, what are you guys' thoughts on this match? Sensational Sherri versus Asuka. I mean, and I agree with Ben said. I mean, a lot of people probably didn't or only known her as being a manager and not a wrestler, which I do agree. So maybe I should have emphasis on the part of when she was a wrestler, but it's too late now. But
yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, in my opinion, I think this would have been a really good match. I think Sherri would have just abused Asuka, and Asuka would be just there taking it. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of comebacks and da-da-da. I think this would have been a good match. And my opinion, Sherri would win this match. What do you guys think?
I got Sherri.
You picked Sherri too?
Yeah, because she started out in the early 80s in the Texas area. And 83, there was a match from 83 out there on YouTube. From there, AWA, she managed Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. She also wrestled.
That's right.
Then from there, WPF, and so she was bad in the ring.
Yeah.
And Elio was only 363 years old at that time.
Yeah, it's true.
You see how much I remember?
You're an open dictionary, brother.
Right?
You really are. It's crazy.
Go ahead.
Nah, for me, this would be a hard-hitting match between these two. I think it would be, like you guys said, it would be a great match. Asuka, I think could take it to her, you know what I'm saying? And I know Sherri could, 110%. But I'm not going to go against my pick. I'm still going with Asuka because I just can't do that. So unless it's like how we had polls of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Sheamus, it's like, come on. I got to do it. But I'm going to go with Asuka. I'll be different.
All right, Ben, I know you gave your quick thoughts on this, but what do you think of this as a match itself? What do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with Sensational Sherri only because Asuka's offense to me is too much based in submissions. It's like we talk about her being hard hitting, and in terms of the chops, yes, but if Sherri got away from those and could stay away from the submissions, then then Asuka becomes very one-dimensional, and I don't think Sherri is anywhere near one-dimensional. So she has enough tools to take her out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
True. Mm-hmm.
All right, the results. Again, like I said, this was a blowout, and I was shocked. Elio, did you do this on your TikTok?
Yeah, and I was surprised at the numbers.
What was it?
In the beginning, it was 60-40 for Asuka.
Really? What did it end up being?
The finals are Asuka 63% and Sensational Sherri 37%.
Wow.
Okay.
She did better in that one than this one. Asuka won 87% to Sensational Sherri's 13%.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. Jesus. All right, so
That
you
puts Clay up
finally
to
lost.
3.
Yeah. Clay will be 3-1, right? I'm 2-1.
Yeah.
So let's go with Clay versus Elio.
All right.
Yep.
And then this time I'm gonna change it up on you guys now.
Oh.
We're gonna go, and I hate to call these guys this name, but I'm gonna call it for the sake of this. But you guys know what I'm talking about. This time is gonna be Battle of the Jobbers.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to pick 2 jobbers. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be old school or new school. Don't matter. But it's hard to tell who's a jobber now. You know what I'm saying? Compared to back then. I think the latest one was what's his name? The Mets guy. He's Zack Ryder's best friend. Oh Lord.
Kurt
Ryan
Hawkins.
Myers.
Kurt Hawkins.
Yes. Yeah. I think he was the last one of this era. But yeah, you guys, jobbers, 2 jobbers, and we'll see who gets the win on this one.
What is going on?
Works for me.
All right. And then, you know what? Because I know I'll forget, so I'm just going to mention it now. Next week, we'll do Battle of the Giants.
Okay.
Just to keep that in mind.
Okay.
Or whoever's up with that. Whoever's facing off against that. So after the break, you guys will send me a text of who you guys picked as far as the jobbers go. And if you guys send me Taz and Darby Allin, I swear to God.
that was great.
That was a good rib. You guys got me good. All right. So on our other Facebook post we have, is Damage Control holding Bayley back? Now, who came up with this one? Elliot did. Yep. So now, why did you come up with this one, Elliot?
When I was looking at the wrestling news on my iPad, this post came up, where they were saying that people are saying they feel Damage Control is holding Bayley back. So I figured this would be a good question to put out there. Okay.
And what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think that they are holding her back?
I'm going to say, since they debuted at SummerSlam, at first I wanted to see where they were going to go with this, but it seems like they've been losing more than they're winning. And the whole point of this group was to control everything, take control of the whole women's division. And I don't really see it with all the matches they've been losing. So I'd say, I think Bayley should go on her own. And I can see Damage Control splitting up down the road and putting Io Sky with Asuka.
Oh,
there you go.
That would be interesting. Yeah, I like that too. Ben, what do you think? Is Damage Control holding Bayley back?
I wouldn't say holding. I wouldn't say holding her back. I would say all 3 women are badasses individually, but there's something about them together that's just not clicking.
Okay.
In terms of okay, we know about Dakota Kai, we know about Asuka, but Asuka can't communicate outside of gyrations and whatever. And if you didn't, and no disrespect at all, and if you didn't watch NXT, which I don't know why you wouldn't, unless you stopped watching with 2.0, which I don't blame you. But if you didn't watch NXT, you wouldn't know who Dakota Kai is. So I think it just gets to the point where it's like they're not jiving and something's missing. I wish they were. And I was a little bit surprised when they lost the championships.
Yeah.
But I have a sneaking suspicion, and I hope this doesn't happen. But what if they regain the championships at Crown Jewel, because Crown Jewel always wants a title change?
That's true. That's true. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have to wait and see on that one, though. Clay, what are your thoughts on this?
Now, for me, thinking about it wise, when this group started at SummerSlam, I was very excited because you had a Bayley-led group, two women that just came in and are really talented, in my opinion. But like Ben said, together, it's something's not clicking. And to me, yes, they are holding Bayley back. I think because Bayley, when she was hurt, or before she got hurt, she had all this momentum. She was one of the top heels in the women's division, if not the top heel. She got hurt, but now she's not wrestling near as much as normally she would. Like, she's more of the manager role, talking about them, and I think they're
protecting her?
They might be, honestly, because she had a major injury. She tore her ACL and PCL? Yeah, or a little bit both. So maybe they are protecting her for the main, the main events, the pay-per-views, that sort of thing. But I think they are holding her back. It's just, I don't know, because it's not that they're hurting her, but they're just making her not as dominant as Bayley should be, so, and going back and forth between losing, getting the titles, and then losing again. And then it's not helping with this group. So yes, I think they are holding Bayley back.
I agree with you guys, all three of you, very valid points, but I think you're right, though. There's something missing. There's something that's not there that's making this faction click. They're very good wrestlers all together, but there's something missing. I feel that too. I'm going to say I don't think they're holding Bayley back, because I do think that they're protecting Bayley. So to get her on TV as much as they can, they paired her up with these two as a faction, and she's like the leader of it, and so I don't think they're holding her back. I think they're just protecting her without having her wrestle so much, and just to keep her on TV as much as they can because of that injury. But a lot of times, a lot of guys go right back into wrestling with that kind of injury too. So
that's true.
Who knows? Unless there's something more to it that we don't know, then we'll find out. But Josh Sanders said no. Don't understand them losing the tag titles. Was thinking Bayley should beat Bianca and make them more dominant. But maybe Crown Jewel, they win them back. So it's going off of what you said there, Ben.
Yeah.
And it could very much happen, too. So I don't know. Ryan Brack, he just said yes. That's all he said. Man of many words. Cliff Beadler, he said no. She was overrated to start with. Her promos suck and her laugh is terrible. Her in-ring work isn't bad. Now listen.
Overrated?
How is Bayley overrated?
I'm about to get offended.
How is she overrated? Overrated? What?
Wow, what? That's what we were asking.
No.
I just came back and you motherfuckers are pissing me off.
Right?
What the hell?
But I don't. Her promos suck. What?
Ding dong. Hello.
And then her laugh. Oh my God, she doesn't laugh like Reba, for Christ's sake.
Right?
Wow.
Jesus, that was the dumbest fucking comment I had to read today. He just ruined it. I'm done.
That was a piss poor take if I've ever seen one.
That was.
Yes.
That was. It was like, wait, Bayley? You're talking about Bayley, bro.
Right?
Jesus.
Ugh.
Oh, you know what? I'm done with the people already until we get to the hot tag news.
There we go.
All right. That's it for the Facebook post. If anybody has any ideas or suggestions that you want us to talk about on the show, just drop us a line on our Facebook page, and we'll get to it, I guess. So, with that being said, it is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Clay, take it away.
All right, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. Unfortunately, I'm going to start off with some sad news. Carmella and Corey Graves.
Oh, I heard about that.
Apparently had a miscarriage.
Yeah. So sad.
Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. That's the reason why Carmella has been out. She's also dealing with I don't know if she's dealing with the concussion anymore, but she did have a concussion, was out, and then now apparently she got pregnant and lost a baby. So
that's sad.
Yeah,
I think I read that this is her second one.
Really?
Is it? Wow.
Yeah. And two things I'd like to say. One, mad respect to both of them, quite frankly, because one, for Carmella to come out there and say, hey, I was really struggling on whether to say this or not, but because it's the last day of Infant, Awareness Month, I wanted to share my story. So big props to her for that, and nobody deserves to go through that. Of course not.
Yeah.
But Corey Graves, can we just take a second to appreciate him, because he has been pulling double duty since Pat McAfee left.
Yeah.
Doing some of the best work of his career, because he used to annoy the shit out of me, quite frankly. And but yeah, I mean, he's been doing the best work of his career, and you would not be able to tell a damn thing by the way he does it, by the way he does his job. Now, if it was me or a member of my family going through that, and I had to go to work and missed it, that would be written all over me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the prayers go out to them. So hopefully they get through it. Yeah. Also heard this week, WWE has confirmed that the investigation into alleged misconduct by Vince McMahon is now complete, and the special committee has been disbanded. The investigation cost WWE around the same price it cost Vince, $19.4 million.
Damn.
Yes. So, I mean, do we care at this point, guys?
No.
To be honest, no. I don't give a fuck either.
Well, also, to tail off of that, they said that he will not be participating in any kind of role in WWE. And mainly they said because the morale is so high right now that him coming back, that shit'll sink.
Exactly.
But he still is the majority stockholder, though.
Unfortunately. But, hey, I'm sure Stephanie has a lot to say to him and say, hey, listen, everything's going great. Don't even worry. Just kick back.
That's right.
Stay on vacation.
Yep. Triple H made a comment. He says he's considering moving Money in the Bank matches to WrestleMania instead of having a pay-per-view.
Yeah. They're going to, like, 2 different nights, too. Since they're going to be 2 nights now, the men's is going to be on one and the women's going to be on the other.
I'm looking forward to that. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also heard Mia Yim is expected to make a WWE return.
Yep.
Don't know exactly when, but
I got more on that in my rumors.
There you go. And Tony's favorite woman, Sasha Banks, made an Instagram story today. Says she has a date that's coming up that she's been waiting 6 months for.
I saw that. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. A return, maybe. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. Well,
right?
Yeah. And my last bit of news, and this may go along with a rumor, but Sean Spears was interviewed and said that Tyler Breeze told him that he's retiring from in-ring action.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently Tyler Breeze claims he's retired.
Yep. Don't know honestly how true that is, but that's coming out of Sean Spears' mouth. Him and Sean are really close, so who knows? And if it is, then you know what? So be it, because I don't know how much more Tyler Breeze or any of the other names that he's done, could do anymore. That's what I mean. So I guess we'll see. That's all I have for the news. Tony, let's get into rumors.
All right, since you was talking about Mia Yim, it's rumored that Mia Yim could make a surprise return to WWE Crown Jewel to help the OC against Judgment Day.
You know what? I would look forward to Mia Yim coming back.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
for sure. I mean, she deserves like a second chance at the main roster. Because I'm sorry, her in Retribution, you can tell she did not like it. She didn't like wearing that mask because she took it off at that one point. And Mercedes Martinez the same way. She hated it so much that she said, "Take me off of this shit." You know,
can't say I blame her.
Respect to her for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, she spoke up and was like, "I'm not going to be part of this garbage." But I also heard two other names other than Mia Yim. One is Charlotte Flair, and the other is Raquel Gonzalez. Or Rodriguez. Sorry. Wait, she's Rodriguez or Gonzalez? What the fuck is she?
Rodriguez.
All right, there you go. So any one of them three I'm fine with. I think Charlotte Flair might be too she might be too high. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
WWE is interested in bringing back several women who formerly worked for the company. That includes Tegan Knox.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll be happy with that. I'm curious to know who the other women are, though.
For sure.
Now, AEW, mainly CM Punk. People close to CM Punk who says he's never going to wrestle again now that his stint in AEW is up. So
fine.
Now that right now, I heard that rumor on Wednesday or Thursday. Then I heard another rumor today saying that he has the wrestling bug and he still wants to keep wrestling.
Good luck with somebody trying to hire him,
right?
I mean, seriously. Yes, WWE could hire him, but you know what? CM Punk at this point is such a cancer to a wrestling company. I wouldn't want any part of it.
Anywhere he goes, he's gonna create problems.
There's going to be a problem, and it's come on, where else is he gonna go? TNA?
That's probably the last stop.
No,
because
nobody watches Impact. Come on, man.
No. I mean, you can think about it. AEW kicked him out. WWE kicked him out. UFC said, "Fuck you, you're done."
Yeah.
ROH is owned by Tony Khan, so he's not going to ROH. So it's like you're burning your bridges, everybody, dude.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Whatever.
All right. That's all I got for rumors. Clay, what do you got for injury?
Well, I got a couple. It's said on WWE TV because Tommaso Ciampa has a hip injury, so that's why he's been out. And the hard one to swallow, America's national treasure, R-Truth, reportedly may have torn his quad.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
I hated seeing that. Yes. Mm-hmm. I hated seeing it. I hated it. Because it was like R-Truth just came back. Like, he wasn't out, but he's just getting back on TV. Yeah. Hilarious. Actually wrestling again.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens. So I hate it. I hate it. But
and you know what, though, with R-Truth, I wish that I was sitting there and I'm watching. I'm like, he is so talented. He can do anything and excel at it. Yes, he is. And I was like, you know what? He is getting up there in age. I think he's my age, but
he's 50 years old.
Yeah, I'm still older than him. But I'm like, but I'm just like, I would love to see R-Truth make one big run before he retires.
I agree.
Do you know how much of a pop he would get if he can make that last run and just because he would do so fucking well? Everybody would be behind him so much. It's like, and then this happens. I'm like, I hope he doesn't retire though. I really don't.
I mean, at his age, no offense, Tony, a torn quad.
Thanks.
I don't know how big. I mean, I don't know how much longer he can go. And he looks great for being 50. So he may bounce back here in about a year or two. Maybe I hope it's not a torn quad, but everybody's saying it's a torn quad. So
as soon as I saw it, my heart stopped. I was like, oh my God.
Yep. So that is all that I have for injuries.
All right, let's get right into the hot tag news this week. Should Ava Rayne have debuted with Schism? If those that are living under a tree, Ava Rayne is The Rock's daughter. Before we get to your guys' thoughts, let's read a couple comments. Josh Sanders says, no, I think with her being part of the Samoan dynasty related to The Rock, she could have been part of the bloodline later after fully training, but maybe this route might work. Is it route or route?
Route, maybe.
Tomato.
Sure.
Magnus Leisure, I haven't heard him in a while. He says, too early to tell, but no one saw it coming, so at least it started off with a bang. Marcus Ayala said no, because everything Joe Gacy touches turns into raw doo-doo butter. All right.
Great comment. I love it.
Homeboy said raw doo-doo butter.
Man.
I've never heard of raw doo-doo butter.
No.
In my entire natural born life.
Oh God. All right. I just ate and then I come on here. Oh my God. Look.
Was it raw doo-doo butter?
No.
You know what?
But you know what? In all seriousness, I almost had an ice cream called Cookie Butter, which is pretty much the equivalent of like cake batter.
Oh shit!
But it's just like,
He said raw doo-doo butter. Let me tell you something. It is very interesting, but let me tell you something. I think that would be a pretty cool wrestling name. Coming down the aisle, raw doo-doo butter. The fuck out of here.
Jeez.
Don't ever make me make a comment like that again either. Fucking mute my mic. God damn, what's wrong with y'all?
Tony's having too much fun with this.
Right?
Ben, it's raw doo-doo butter. How can you not try to drag this up?
Well, I guess I can segue into my comment because it kind of fits in. I suppose.
Wow. That was okay. You know what? Yeah. I was thinking about banning him too, but you know what? No. Keep going, brother.
That was great.
Jason Schaefer said, I think so. They can help her grow and mature.
In what way?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. That I don't get.
No.
Alan Antonio said, sure. They paired The Rock with the NOD almost immediately. That's two different things.
Yeah, very.
Well, no, they didn't. First of all, no, they didn't. That's not even true.
No.
Okay, because let's do our homework correctly, people. The Rock, aka Rocky Maivia, came in as a singles act.
Yeah.
He couldn't get over for shit. He had the worst attire / hairdo I may have ever seen.
He had the Chia Pet hair.
Yes.
Exactly. And then they finally paired him up with the NOD much later.
Yeah.
Okay? Because he came in 1996. He got paired with NOD in 98, and then that's when the surrounding members all shined him up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he popped. Yeah. Daryl O'Mealy, he just put a picture of a monkey holding his eyes, another monkey holding his ears, and a monkey holding his mouth. So don't know what he's trying to say with that. But then he also put a picture of a guy reading the newspaper. So you know what? He just fucked it up.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He fucked it up for the rest of us. Or for everybody else, son of... I'm not reading no more. All right. What do you guys think about this whole Ava Rayne?
She should not have debuted with Schism out of everybody that she possibly could have. This group, to me, I still hate him. I'm sorry. There's nothing to me that screams out, oh, you got to see Schism. Or it's like you got to watch it, and it's fucking weird. Like they're not bad wrestlers. Just this whole group is just awful. I hate it. And then you drag Ava Rayne, who is a well-known, up-and-coming wrestler, Rock's daughter. I mean, come on. Fourth generation wrestler. You put her with Schism, the first one. You put him with Schism. Where are they going with it? Because it makes no sense for her being in there. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't put her on the bloodline yet or anytime soon.
No.
You know, there's no reason for it.
No.
She needs to grow on her own. No pun intended to Schism, because I know how they are with the roots, and we're going to grow our trees. And it's like, fuck. But she doesn't make any sense with the Schism. I just don't get it. So I'm glad she's on NXT now, but she should have just been on her own, and that's it. Yeah. She can make it work, I'm sure.
Elio, what do you think?
So, okay, gonna make a comparison here. Dominic's on the main roster, and he's getting his training because he's around Rey Mysterio and Judgment Day. Ava Rayne is joining Schism. These guys are just as new as she is to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think she should have just debuted on her own and just gone on her own way and trained and honed her craft on her own path.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Being that Ben brought this up about The Rock when he debuted by himself, it wasn't great. It was a big flop. Do you think that maybe that's why they did this with Ava Rayne?
Yeah, no, because Rocky Maivia had this like, oh, go happy attitude, this kind of like goofy character at first, and people hated it. So they could have made her a badass because she looks just like The Rock.
Yeah, she does.
They could have. It's a girl version of The Rock. I mean, come on.
But it was in Survivor Series' debut, 96. Yeah, that was even 96. The first time we saw him.
Yeah, and he was go happy, streamers, all that, and it didn't fit. Yeah. So it was like he was playing a character instead of being himself. If Ava came out and been herself, like, hey, I'm a Samoan badass, it could have worked. Look what it did to Solo. I'm not comparing Solo and Ava, but Solo came out, bad motherfucker. Look where he's at. Bloodline.
Yep.
So I think they could have made it work instead of putting her with this dumbass group.
Okay.
Pave your own way. NXT.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ben, what are your thoughts on Ava Rayne's debut?
Well, she cut a better promo in the follow-up to her debut than I thought she would. She did.
I agree.
I thought she did a very good job with that.
Yeah.
So credit to her for that. However, when I first saw this, I'm like, what? Because I'm along the same lines as Clay. First of all, the fact that this is what has become of the Grizzled Young Veterans just bothers me.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, okay? And it was difficult for me to get behind Joe Gacy when he had Harland, aka Parker Boudreaux, with him.
Yeah.
But that was doable because that was like a disciple thing. Yeah. But with him trying to get a whole stable over, no. It's very much reminiscent of stables that we've seen before and stables that have done it so much better.
Right.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I agree. I'm still trying to marinate on this whole thing with her. My thing is that I don't know. But I agree with you, Ben, and I was gonna save it for NXT, but we'll talk about it now. Is that she did really very well in that promo on NXT.
Yes, she did.
like, but the thing of it is, like, when I was listening to her, I was like, damn, this is The Rock. The way she's talking, her mannerisms, just by the way everything was coming out, I was like, that's the fucking Rock. This is the female version of The Rock. Yep. My thing is, though, eventually she's going to have to leave Schism to go to the main roster. I don't know how long she's going to be in NXT, but my thing is, how is she going to be on the main roster? If she's already, in my opinion, cut a really decent promo, her first time out talking, and she did not look nervous at all.
Nope.
Well, she was also cutting promos at live events.
I heard about that too.
Yeah.
So if she's doing that already, just imagine when she gets to the main roster, going up against somebody like Bayley or Charlotte, or you know,
it's in her blood.
Yeah,
it's in her blood.
I'm gonna tell you something. She's gonna tear them apart with these promos.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, I am.
Because no. I agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying. It's just that she's 18 years old.
Yeah.
Is she that young?
So it's just,
I think 18 or 19. Oh, she went there when she was 18, I think. I think right now she's like 19 or 20.
Wow.
Because remember, she was out for almost a year because she had she tore her ACL.
Yeah,
That's right.
Let me look it up while we're talking.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of curious now.
But I'm taking it that far. I think she's that good.
I think she is too.
Well, that promo definitely was. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, all right. Any final thoughts before we go and take a break?
No, not really. Nope. I'm just trying to think, but no.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that'll be it for the hot tag news. Ben, did you find out how old she is?
Yeah, she's 20 years old.
20 years old? God damn, I'm good.
There you go.
All right.
Impressive.
I know.
She was born in 2001. Make me feel old, why don't you? Jesus.
How do you think Elio feels?
I know, right? He's seen like the 1500s, 1400s.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Holy shit. All right, so that's it for the hot tag news. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions for our hot tag news for next week, drop us a line on our Facebook page, and we'll do it up, and we'll talk about it and put it out there and read everybody else's freaking raw doo-doo butter fucking comments. Like, what the fuck, man? Oh, that's stuck in my head now. God damn it. Let's take a break. Shit. When we come back, we got This Week in Wrestling.
This is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
Hey guys, this is Kevin Owens. Make sure to listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Take it easy, guys. Maybe I'll end up on your show one day. Who knows? But if I do, I'll probably end up taking the whole thing over, and then it won't really be your show anymore. So maybe it's not a good idea. Who knows? We'll see how that works out.
And we are back, and we have 7 t-shirt designs available at ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingPOV, $19.99 each. And now it's time to get into This Week in Wrestling.
Look at me, Tony! Look at me! You fucking mark!
All right, but before we start that, we have
oh no!
Our matchup. I can't call this a fantasy matchup.
No.
This is our matchup between Clay, who's now on top of the leaderboard. Actually, gave me my first defeat against Elio, who's looking to be even because you're 1 and 2 right now.
Yep.
So he's looking to be even. And this time we went with carpenters, is what we'll call them. We won't call them jobbers. They're carpenters. And they were. Yeah. If it wasn't for those guys, you need them in wrestling to enhance other people. It's just the way it is. So, you guys want to hear?
Oh, boy.
So, Elio, he went with Barry Horowitz.
There we go.
You know what? I'm going to tag him on Facebook because we're friends on Facebook.
So are we.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Against Clay's Brooklyn Brawler.
You know what? When you first brought this up at the beginning of the show, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, I'm going to go with the Brooklyn Brawler.
No shit.
I instantly thought of him. I'm like, yeah, I got to get Brooklyn Brawler in this, man.
This, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be interesting. I mean, how do you guys feel right now? I mean, with your guys' picks. I mean, I can't, you know what? When it was Steve Austin versus Sheamus, I was like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. How do you guys feel this is going to be?
This might be close to 50-50. honestly, and I'm not.
How am I supposed to make a picture for this one?
That's the thing, though. This is gonna be hilarious. I love it.
It is. But I mean, Clay, you're on top of the leaderboard with being at 3-1, and then Elio's trying to get his first win. I mean, like, let me ask Elio. I mean, you're trying to be even at 500. How do you feel about this matchup going in? It's like you're almost wrestling,
right?
I think it's gonna end up being 50-50 here. I don't know.
Wow, Ben, you're sitting back there marinating on this for quite a while. What's your pick on this one?
Oh my God. Not the law shorts eat your heart out. Oh
could have been the Goon.
Jesus.
Oh my God! Remember the Goon?
Could have been the gobbledygook.
That was
Hopper.
And you know what? Yeah. A little history lesson too. Chris Jericho was supposed to be the Goon back in the day. I don't know if you guys knew that. You didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
The Goon was supposed to be Chris Jericho, but he opted out. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing.
I would go with Barry Horowitz.
Really?
Yeah. No run to the Brooklyn Brawler.
I already won.
You know what? I might have to do some research and look at film now, so that way I can put my vote in, because I'm still like flabbergasted. Anyway, all right. So those are your picks. So make sure you go ahead and vote for who you think will win this match.
Yes.
You know, we're laughing, but I mean, come on.
Come on.
It is funny.
That is a fancy matchup.
It is.
Come on, people.
All right, let's get right into the raw notes. All right, I'm going to go straight to my low point. I had was Riddle versus Otis. Wasn't a big fan of it. I was just like, I don't know. There was something about it. I was like, it's all right. High points, and you guys are going to hate me on this, but I don't care, was Nikki versus Bianca. I thought this was a good match. And, you know, I think it was more because Nikki is back to being what I wanted her to be. Yeah. The pull apart between Bobby and Lesnar. I mean, that was, I love, you guys know I'm a big fan of pull aparts, but this one was brutal.
Yes.
This one was brutal.
Now, which one was better? This one or their first one they had, where they went through the
This one. I think this one was.
Especially with Triple H's involvement in it.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
You know, because
saying how the match is off and all that shit too.
Yeah, because that made you feel like, okay, like this is gonna get real serious real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And my other high point I had was Seth Rollins versus Theory. Thought that was a very good match. Really good matchup. That's all I got though. Clay, what'd you get?
Yeah, I have basically almost the same high points as you. Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory was a damn good match. I really enjoyed that. I also gave a high point to The Miz versus Mustafa Ali. I thought this was a good match too. Miz selling the jaw injury throughout the whole match. I thought it was good storytelling throughout this whole thing. But can we stop, honestly, with the Miz's balls jokes? Like, Can we just
that t-shirt's gonna end up in the book soon.
It's ran its course, and you're doing a Vince McMahon thing, and it's like no, it's done. It's over with. So that's where I'm at. The match was still good. I'll have to give it that. And I gave a high point, even though I don't agree with it, to Asuka and Alexa Bliss versus Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Don't really understand why Damage Control lost the tag team titles here.
But
I
was confused.
It was still a good match, though. I had to give it that. Low points. I gave it to Matt, like Tony. I gave it to Matt Riddle versus Otis. Like something was off with this. I understand these goofy matches. It's on Halloween, that sort of thing. But it didn't fit right here.
Yeah.
But I popped majorly with Chad Gable and Otis's costumes coming out as Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Bro, that was awesome. I'm a huge Chris Farley fan.
So am I.
As everybody that knows me,
Yes,
oh my God. And Otis fit that perfect. Chad Gable fitted Patrick Swayze perfect. Yeah. I loved every minute of it. But the match, not so much. If I had to give one side note, now this is going into last week when I wasn't on, and how Judgment Day comes out. Dominic is calling himself this generation's Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand he's trying to get heat. He's nowhere near Eddie, but let's just say this. What if, to get more heat that he's more already getting, what if he changed his name to Dominic Guerrero?
Oh, boy.
And took the Mysterio name out?
I saw an article where someone just said that apparently they said someone suggested that I think it was some bully racer, just to change his name to Dominic Guerrero.
I saw that too, but I'm like thinking about it, and I'm marinating it as I'm holding my newborn son in the hospital last week, and I'm like, you know what? That would give him so much fucking heat.
He would get a lot of heat for that. Yeah.
Oh my God, it'd be perfect. So I honestly, I'd be down for it because it would give him more heat that he needs. I mean, I want him to be hated.
So, and Eddie would be smiling throughout the whole thing.
Oh, Eddie would love it. Eddie would just, oh my God, he would love it. But that's the only side note I had, though. So that's all I have for Raw.
All right, Elio, what'd you get?
I pretty much have the same high points and low points as you guys. I did add that Johnny Gargano segment.
Yeah, actually, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I am.
Yeah.
Remember before, I never used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you hated Gargano for a long time.
I did, for a long time. But hey, he grew on to me. Anything else, Elio, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right, Ben, what'd you get?
So the only high point that I would add that you guys didn't have was the Reigns and Heyman promo, specifically when Reigns was walking back up the ramp and the promo that he cut to the camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that guy is untouchable right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if he doesn't I'm sure to some degree he's going to make Logan Paul look good. I'm sure. But I'm going to have trouble buying this match if it doesn't end in like 3 minutes because
I agree, though.
It's Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is I would have both a high point and a low point with the Johnny Gargano segment. It was a high point in that I really appreciate Gargano's comedy, and if this leads to the reunification of DIY, please. However, the explanation for this was absolutely god awful. Let's break this down for a minute. So you mean to tell me that The Miz hired Dexter Lumis to abduct him to protect him from the rest of the roster because he wants to go make A-list movies in Hollywood.
Yeah, you see the Miz was walking along with Dexter when Dexter was dragging him out of the arena. But so that part was stupid. Like I can appreciate the comedy, but like for the seriousness of the storyline and the length which we had to wait for an explanation, I wanted something more sinister, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's just hope. Anyways.
Right. Yes.
All right. So I overall though I gave Raw a B- this week. Clay, what'd you give it?
I gave it a B.
All right, Elio, what'd you give it?
I went with a B.
A B?
Yes.
Ben, what'd you give it?
I'm gonna give it a C. I thought it was absolutely middle of the road.
All right, let's get right into NXT with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into NXT. I'm going to start with high points. I gave it to Indy Hartwell versus Zoe Stark. I'm kind of glad they're actually doing something with Indy. So I thought this was a good match. Zoe losing, though, it kind of hurt me a little bit because I don't think she needed to lose this. But, hey, Indy got to win. So It's been a while. I gave it a high point. Braun Breaker and Wes Lee versus Pretty Deadly. Even though I'm not a big fan of Pretty Deadly, it still was a decent main event. I'm not going to say it was the greatest, but it was still okay. Low points. Kiana James versus Thea Hale. I hated this match with everything in between. Thea Hale, I don't get what they see in her. I never will. I don't get the whole thing. And then this whole Chase U thing. Now you got Duke Hudson involved, and it's just
when did Duke Hudson turn face?
I know, right? Jesus Christ,
garbage,
horrendous.
Well, I have a question for you guys. Is it just me, or during the show, I noticed it more in the Kiana James Thea Hale match, a popping sound, like the sound that bubble wrap makes when you're breaking it.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I'm like, what is that popping sound? I keep hearing it.
No, I heard it too.
Yeah. Who knows? Honestly. And another low point I gave to Cora Jade versus Valentina Feroz for I was gonna say it wrong, but still a bad match. Just
I'm not gonna say it.
No. You're so smart. You're so smart, God. But I hated this match. I mean, Cora comes off this thing with Roxanne Perez, and then now she's doing this shit. I don't like this whole thing. And side note, Odyssey Jones returns from an injury, which I was glad to see. His match, I wasn't a real big fan of, but you know what? He's getting back into things. He's a big dude, 10 months out. I understand why it was kind of a bad match, in my opinion. But that's all I have for NXT. What do you guys have?
All right, well, you guys got to hear me out because this is a little odd how I did this today or Tuesday. Now, I had almost the same things as you had, Clay. But for my high point, and hear me out, I had Odyssey Jones. And in parentheses, I put, take notes, Keith Lee.
Well, that's true.
I mean, this guy, Odyssey Jones, is probably about the same size as Keith Lee. Yeah, I think Keith Lee might be a little bit bigger. But the way, and of course, yes, he just came back from injury. Yeah. But the way Odyssey Jones moves, the way he wrestles is completely different than how Keith Lee does it. Keith Lee does it like, yeah, I'm big, so I have to move slow. No, you don't. Odyssey Jones is just as big, and the boy can move.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take anything away from Keith Lee. He does do amazing spots, but a majority of his wrestling, it's like when as soon as it gets a little bit fast paced, then he wants to slow it down, and then he does stupid shit. Odyssey Jones, like I said, he's about the same size as Keith Lee, and he goes from beginning to end. I'm always impressed with Odyssey Jones, and I think he's going to be doing very, very well going on forward. Now, my low point was Zoe Starks versus Indy Hartwell.
I saw your face when I put it as a high point.
Yeah. But hear me out, okay? It was because I was distracted by Nikita Lyons.
Bro.
Good God, man. You want to talk about raw doo-doo butter.
Ooh. Man.
That is some pretty meat right there, boys.
But I couldn't get into this match because the minute they showed Nikita, I was like, God, you know?
Yes.
Anyways,
Hey, we'll still talk about this. Did you see what she dressed for Halloween?
Yes.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Woo! But that's it.
But that's all I got. That's all I got. I couldn't.
All right. Elio, what'd you get?
No, for high points, I had the Braun Breaker Wesley Pretty Deadly match. Even though I'm not a fan of Pretty Deadly, like Tony, I had Indy Hartwell and Zoe Stark with low points, and the Keanu James Thea Hale match.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That popping throughout the whole show, I thought there was something wrong with the audio. And then I'm like, wait, every time they're doing a move in the ring, I hear that popping. What's going on?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's all I got.
All right, Ben, what'd you get?
So I had the same high and the same lows as everybody else, with one addition to the lows, and that is the Toxic Attraction celebration.
Mm.
And that's because of one simple thing. Okay, now I respect Mandy Rose for improving as much as she has.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot tell me that she is the most dominant NXT Women's Champion of all time because she's been champion for a year. Okay, no. Let's go over statistics.
Oh boy.
Okay. You have Asuka who's undefeated for like 2 years, and then so she had like 500. I forget what the percentage was, but or the amount of days, and then over two combined reigns, or no, I think it was Shayna that dominated for 2 years, and then over two reigns, somebody got more, but I may have that backwards. But either way, Asuka and Shayna Baszler are very much more dominant than Mandy Rose. It's just,
I agree.
I can't take that seriously.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. That's all you got?
Yep.
All right. Overall, I gave NXT a C this week. I wasn't really too impressed with it. Tony, what'd you give it?
I gave it a C- this week.
Ow. All right. Elio, what'd you give it?
I gave it a C as well.
All right. And Ben, what'd you give it?
C-.
All right. We're going to Dynamite now with Elio.
Okay, Dynamite.
Oh, God.
This was worse.
High points. the high points, just because I went with John Moxley, Lee Moriarty. Everything else was just low for me. Like Darby Allin, Jay Lethal, that was stupid. What's Jeff Jarrett going to do for that company?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
So that right there, that's a low point right there. The whole daddy-ass birthday bash.
People were given hype for it. I'm like, this is dumb.
I just don't get it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And Chris Jericho's ROH title match against Cole Cabana is another low point.
Gee, I wonder.
Tony's favorites.
Yeah.
Right?
Gee, I wonder why they brought him back.
That doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
Right?
Nope.
Basically, that's all I have. I also have Jade Cargill, Maria Shafir, and I see what you guys are talking about. Orange Cassidy carrying the championship in his book bag.
It makes me sick.
I don't like it. You don't see Roman Reigns doing that.
No, put that motherfucker in the book. Seriously.
Yeah, right.
It's gotten to that point. No.
Roman Reigns. Yeah. You have Paul Heyman carrying the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns wears the WWE Championship out to the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. It's shameful to that title, even though it's not, credible title just yet. Sort of, in a way, we just got it. But you carry that in a fucking bag. It's just ridiculous to me. I hate it.
All right. So what we'll do is, since you guys want to put it in the book, everybody's in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to call it Orange's Knapsack.
All right. Orange's Knapsack. You just made the book. There we go. Proud of it.
All right. So that's all that for high points, low points.
All right.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, because I'm going to go on the rant.
There we go. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, so let's get everybody out of the way.
Here we go.
All right. High points, Elio, is the same as you. John Moxley versus Lee Moriarty. I was just looking to try to find a high point for this show. And
so was I.
And that was it to me, honestly. Low points. Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal, garbage, terrible. Jeff Jarrett does not need to be in AEW. I don't know why the fuck that's a smart idea, because it's not, period. Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir, terrible fucking match, terrible segment. Nyla Rose running away with that TBS title. It's stupid as fuck anyway. It is. Nobody gives a shit about this.
Her and Vicky doing commentary during the match.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's bad. It's so bad. And then again, Chris Jericho versus Cole Cabana. You hype this match like it's this greatest thing in the world. Jericho again winning this ROH title. And I'll tell you what, Tony Khan, I get it. You own ROH, but
this was an ROH show.
This was an ROH show.
Thank you.
Fucking garbage. You need to pay attention to Dynamite, who's a damn bigger company than fucking ROH. And over the last month, I've seen ROH shit. And I hated to do this too, but I gave a low point to Samoa Joe, his match. Fucking main event, and you got an ROH title. This is Dynamite, guys. It's not ROH. Fucking terrible. I just hated this Dynamite. That was a low point.
Okay,
Stupid.
go ahead, Tony, because I want to hear this before I go on mine. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna get so hyped up it might end the show.
Well,
go ahead.
So am I. So I'm just saying. So high points, I had. I really didn't have anything. I couldn't find one. But low points. Let's start this off. Okay, Cole Carter joining the firm. First and foremost, I wanted to laugh, but I almost felt bad for the guy because he got no reaction. Okay, for those of you listening who don't know who this guy is, he's the former Troy two times Donovan from NXT.
Yeah.
And after this, I bet you he wishes he was still sleeping with the fishes. And then the next one was Jericho versus Cabana, because let's face it, everybody knows who they were throwing shade at.
Yes.
And then I would also say Mox and Moriarty was a low point, only because it was a championship contender match or something, some variation of that.
Yeah.
And why is Moxley in that? He's a champion. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Now, here's where I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant. Cargill versus Marina Shafir. Okay. Now this is where I get just a tiny bit personal, because I had a little bit of a personal problem with this. Now, before this match took place, a couple days beforehand, there was a social media shitstorm surrounding this match, and
really?
it was surrounding the podcaster JD from New York, 206. And I'm not saying that because he's a podcaster. I'm trying to do whatever, but I'm just saying, all he said was, "Oh God, please no," with the graphic of this match, right? The shit, just opened up the floodgates, and almost every single woman in that locker room just ripped that guy apart. Oh, you live in your mother's basement. You do this.
You know what? I heard about this. Yeah.
You're a fat slob. You can't do a pull up. Whatever the case may be. Now, here's where I get a little bit personal, right? Because number one, I watch his show and he does not criticize the women like that. He's very fair in his criticisms. He doesn't do that. So that was bullshit to begin with. Okay. And the other thing is, almost every single criticism that they were making could have applied to me or almost anybody else watching the show. Because, like, okay, I do live in my parents' house because I have a disability, so I do need a little bit of extra help. So once again, you're taking a shot at people like that, and two, you're saying that, oh, you're a fat slob. Well, if someone did that to you, you would be all over them, like what. You'd be canceling them left and right, blah blah blah. But yet you can do it because you're a woman and he's a man. So then the third part of this is very, very simple, right? So he said, you can't do a pull up, blah 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 blah. Now that might seem like a little bit of shade, but not really. Yeah. Because if you look at my Instagram, it would look like I can't do one either. Because I'm in a chair, but yet I'm working my ass off and doing all this shit, to get better and improve. And so are a lot of other people in the gym who aren't physically gifted, like I see almost every time I go in there. So I'm not trying to get like upset. My point is this: like, if that is a microcosm for how you really feel about the fans, which I think it is, not just one fan, I think that's a microcosm for how AEW feels, then that's fine. But then you're gonna get criticized like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. And you can't act all surprised, like, oh, how dare you? And then after all that bullshit, they go out and have one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Yeah. So it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
You caused all of that for days. And you validated everything he had to say. He was right on the money, and he was absolutely rolling in the dough because he was right on everything. And I'm willing to bet you that a lot of people like me were turned off of AEW and the women, specifically Jade Cargill, because I thought she was awesome. Like, I thought she had like an it factor. I thought her charisma was off the hook. She really had a presence. She was getting better. And then she goes and does this. And at this point, I don't give a shit about Jade Cargill. I don't want to see her anymore. So go ahead.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, she's still going to be on. So
yeah,
we'll see. No, I don't blame you though. Go ahead.
But go ahead, Tony. I'm done.
All right. Now, high points. I had not a goddamn thing. I didn't have shit. All right. That's first of all. Low points. I had Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal. Colt Cabana versus Jericho. I told you guys, if you put fucking Colt Cabana on my damn TV, he's going to be a low point.
Yeah.
Christ. Come on. Seriously? We knew why he was there. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Side notes. Side notes. I shot a text to Clay. I said, Clay, you got to listen to this fucking commentary, man. This commentary is fucking horrendous. And I think that's what throws me off about this fucking show is the fucking commentary. Mainly Taz. And you know what? Tony Schiavone's up there too. Take your name, Tony, out. You're giving all us Tonys a bad fucking name.
It's true.
But here's why I'm coming out with this. Because he had the audacity to say, oh my God, it's Sting. Why would he do this? Really?
Right.
Really?
It was so
guy
obvious.
was nowhere
Really?
near Sting.
And then
Oh
he
my
went on
God.
to say, "Who is that? Is that Jeff Jarrett?" God.
Oh.
At this point, I'm just like, is he really? Are they really saying this? And then they go, and then the final one, they go, "Yep, it's Jeff Jarrett."
I heard that commentary. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Why
I'm
does
not-
Sting do this?
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Oh, please continue.
Oh, no.
Fucking Taz. This oompa loompa, raw doo-doo, fucking butter shit, tiny asshole had the audacity to say, "Wow, he laid out Darby Allin," which is not easy to do.
What? Yes. Jesus Christ.
Did you really just say that?
My infant son could knock out Darby Allin, but
Yes.
for real. He could. I'd prove it right now.
Holy fuck nuts.
Along with my 2-year-old. Bring
Yes.
it, Darby. Jesus Christ.
This motherfucker had the audacity to say, "Wow, he laid out Darby Allin," which is not easy to do. Shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
But what's getting me more annoyed, now, I'm not trying to sound insensitive when I'm saying this, okay? I'm not trying to say anything about any listen or people who watch wrestling in itself. But I'm getting really tired of Taz saying, "Well, he just nailed him in the Umda Adungata and then tore his pectoral latitor muscle, and then that's what caused." It's like, what the fuck is this, ER?
Exactly.
I don't care. Just call the fucking match.
Right?
He goes, "Yeah, it does a lot of damage to his pectorals all the way up to his colon." Shut the fuck up.
Taz is one of them people that tries to sound smart. It's
Yes!
just you can tell. It's just ridiculous.
Look at the big words I'm using. Ha ha ha. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I wish you people could see the mannerisms that Tony is using right now.
Well, it's true. It's so true.
God damn, I'm so tired of it. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Get the fuck off my goddamn TV. Son of a bitch. I think that's what, you know what? That's what ruins AEW. It's them motherfuckers. And it made no fucking sense how they had that fucking interview with Saraya, fucking doo-doo, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't want to be here. But then she shows up for fucking Tony Shitvani.
Yes. Made no sense.
Made no sense.
No, you guys had a potential to have a decent promo with Saraya and Britt Baker, and yet you fucked that up.
God!
Made no sense whatsoever. For her to miss this interview with Saraya and to be on
and then do it with Tony Shitvani.
With Tony. What the fuck?
Really?
No. Yeah.
Really? Did you really? And then on top of that, fucking Tony Shitvani with his fucking is like, shut up! You're stupid. I hate both of you. I hate all of it. It's disgusting. This was disgusting. This was a disgusting show.
I have a question about commentary.
Yes, it was.
Why does the commentary team need 4 people up there?
They don't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You have Taz, Excalibur, and Jim Ross, and you have Tony Schiavone off to the side. We don't need 4 people on commentary.
Can we get William Regal to replace? You know, I'll take Excalibur because his interplay with Excalibur is quite entertaining.
It is.
But can we get rid of?
Get rid of Jim Ross. Get rid of Tony Shitvani, and get rid of fucking Miniature Taz. Fuck them.
I agree. Yep.
Fuck them. That's all I got. God damn it. I need a drink.
I'm right there with you.
Horrendous. Overall,
Overall, I gave it a short F.
Wait, did Clay go? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's all good.
Yeah, I gave it a short F.
I gave it an F.
I gave it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I gave this ROH pretend to be wannabe show F.
Now, before we move on, can I say something about Ring of Honor real quick? And this show. I have sort of a soft spot for the original Ring of Honor because before it was bought by Tony Khan, the people that owned it were literally 20 minutes away from my backyard. Sinclair Broadcasting, and so I was very familiar with like the storylines, and I went to several shows and all of this stuff. And so I know a little bit more about ROH's product, so I'm a little bit more fond of it. But if this is what Tony Khan has for Ring of Honor, please get it off TV.
They're gonna be worse than TNA.
Because you got to do something here, man. Because Rampage, and I'm not going off on a tangent, but Rampage is absolutely terrible. Okay, the Ring of Honor stuff is bogging down so much about what you need to do for AEW. The fact that Brian Cage was in the main event for that title when Jon Moxley is your world champion and he's not in the main event. That's disgraceful.
Yep.
Like that makes no sense to me. So I don't know where Tony Khan went wrong in the last I would say 3 to 4 months, but this show is not what I loved when this show.
It was started. Raw doo-doo butter.
It was.
Exactly.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
Wait, did we all? What was your overall, Ben?
F.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
This show sucked.
It did. All right, let's go into SmackDown. For me, I'm gonna throw out my low point was Shayna Baszler versus Natalya.
Yes.
Natalya did get hit though, fucking hard. I was like,
yes,
damn, she got fucked up. But that was the only low point I had. High points I did have was, even though this was like a fucking repeat, but I dug this match better than they did previously, was Liv versus Sonya Deville. I had LA Knight versus Ricochet. I had Bray's promo. My God, can this guy do anything wrong?
No.
That scared me.
No.
It
did, right?
Up like, what's going on?
Like I had a blanket next to me. I grabbed it, put it over my face. Like, the fuck? Damn. He is awesome. Good.
Guys, yes.
I'm looking. But the thing of it is, it makes you look forward to what he's going to do next. It's
right?
Like, this man can't do nothing wrong, man. Shit. And my final high point I had was Ray versus Gunther. I thought this was a really good match. A lot of hope spots. Appreciated it more because, for Ray being the smaller guy, obviously, they did it right between them two. You know what I'm saying? That's where Ray is a fucking genius, man. If he's going up against somebody 3 times the height of him, he knows how to work that match to make it a fucking really good match, Now, I got a side note, but this is actually a question for next week that I want to throw on our Facebook page, which is this. Has Gunther made the IC belt relevant? So I want to know everybody's thoughts on that for next week, so just marinate on that. That's all I got. Clay, what did you get?
Man, I basically had the same thing as you. For high points and low, I had it. Ray versus Gunther was a great main event. Love this match. And they did it, like you said, they did it the right way. With Ray being as small as he is to Gunther, they did it well. So I was happy for that match. Ricochet versus LA Knight, great match as well. The only thing different I had for high points, I gave it to the Bloodline promo with the New Day.
Okay.
You know what? The Bloodline promo was good. Potentially they're going to have a match. Usos versus New Day once again.
Yeah.
But hear me out. But hear me out. These guys can throw a fucking great match anytime, anywhere. They really can.
No, they can.
That as much as they've done it, these guys as a tag team, even with Big E not involved, we get it why. This still would be a good match. And I agree with you. For the record of the tag team titles, whatever you want to hype that, great. But I still dug the promo, so I really enjoyed that. Low points, I gave it to Braun's message to Omos. I am not looking forward to this fucking match whatsoever.
Did you guys hear what he said? He's comparing this match against Omos to Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
The fuck out of here!
Fucking no! Are you
like
serious?
What?
Yeah, I heard that too, and I'll tell you what, Elio can attest to this. I have a kind of a ongoing feud with him on our show, and it's just he is so impressed with himself. It just absolutely disgusts me. But he is leaps and bounds better than Omos. So it's like the fact that both of them are on the roster astounds me, and I am not interested in this match at all.
No.
We've had 3-on-1, we've had 4-on-1, we've had 5-on-1. It's just enough.
Yep.
If you're trying to make me care about Crown Jewel even less than I already do, which is pretty fucking difficult to accomplish, you're getting pretty close.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my biggest low point SmackDown, and honestly, that's all I had, guys.
Yeah. Elliot, what you have?
Pretty much had same high point, low points that you guys have.
All right.
All right, Ben, what you have?
So I had the same high points, but a different low point. I had Liv Morgan versus Sonya Deville as a low point. Because we saw the exact same match like last week. I think they did it a little bit shorter, but the layout was exactly the same. Of Liv Morgan getting her ass kicked the entire time. And the other low point that I had, of course, was Shayna and Natalya, but because it's like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, because they already laid her out like the previous week. Why are we having this match? We've already well established that Shayna and Ronda are together. That's what you needed to do. Okay, you don't need to do anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't get it. High point. Usos versus Brawling Brutes. I like that. I also really like the promo, even though I don't care to see Usos versus the New Day ever again.
It's gonna happen.
It will. It will.
They can put on a great match, but good Lord, 587 times? No, thank you. So that's what I had.
Yeah. All right. So overall, I gave this SmackDown a B- this week. I thought it was pretty good. Clay, what'd you give it?
I'm right there with you, brother. I gave it a B-.
All right, Elio, what'd you give it?
I too gave it a B-.
Wow. Ben, what'd you give it?
Clean sweep, B-.
Wow, look at that. All right, so now it's time for Battle of the A Show. If you're new to that, all we do is we pick which show we thought that was the A Show. It's just a little competition between the brands and that WrestleMania. Whoever has the most is the A Show for the year. So let's start with Clay. What's your pick for the A Show this week?
I'm going to go with Raw this week.
All right. Elio, what's your pick for the A Show?
I got Raw as well.
Really? Okay. Ben, what's your pick for the A Show?
I got SmackDown.
Wow, we're in a predicament because I'm picking SmackDown for the A Show this week.
But I'll change my pick. Let's go SmackDown. Let's do it because you know what? Looking back at SmackDown, having the match with Ray and Gunther, having a bunch of stuff other going around,
And come on, you know what? In that Bray Wyatt segment, so I'm gonna have to change mine. I'm gonna change mine as well.
These revisionist history. We were the originals, Tony. We knew our shit from the very beginning.
That's true. That's true.
But you know what's bizarre about this is that this was a taped show.
Yeah.
You know?
First tape show wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad at all, no.
Yeah, because usually I despise tape shows.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. So, all right. So let's get right into the book. Those that are new to the show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it just to get a good laugh, folks. Anybody and anything can go into the book. So even you fans, if you want to put something in the book, let us know. We'll talk about it on the show, and we'll cast a vote on who if it will be in the book. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right, Baldy Sam's, go fuck yourself.
Fuck him.
Kevin Dunn's camera shots.
Stays.
All right. What'd you guys say?
Stays.
All right, no trick Willie shot.
Stays.
Sammy and Ty's tongue twisting.
Stays.
Chris's wizard.
Stays.
AEW time management.
Stays.
Corey's obsession. Now, guys, should we take this off in light of what happened?
I think after everything happened, we should take him off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it off. It'll come off. All right.
Yeah.
JB's hammer pants.
Oh, that stays.
Carrion's mad scientist hair.
Stays.
New entrant into the book, Orange's knapsack.
That stays.
And last but not least, fuck's wrong with Tony Khan's eyes?
Everything. That stays.
Fucking
yes.
Everything.
Bro, it's more.
He was high on coke that night.
Whew, man.
It's more than just his eyes. His brain's taking a tumble, boys.
Seriously.
Jesus.
It's bad.
He made Tony Montana look like a priest.
There you go.
All right, with that being said, that's the end of the show. But before we end the show, we have the 5-second shuffle championship, which right now, Ben, he was making sure he showed up for this fucking show so he could defend the title against these two. He's trying to be big time spoiler.
Well, listen, boys, I'm back now. I may have not got much sleep, but guess what? I'm bringing it home.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. And those that are new to that, okay, basically what I do is I just pick a random song off my playlist. I hit the shuffle button, and these guys I only play 5 seconds, and these guys got to guess who it is. And the first one to 5 wins is just how we ride off into the sunset until next week while we give you guys more content and all this other gibberish that I've been saying all fucking day. But we also added the forbidden songs. There are 4 of them, which
Elliot knows 2 of them.
Which 2 of them made their debut last week.
Yeah.
Taz, Reba, Blue Pants, and Chris Benoit. So, any one of those 4 songs pops up, then you get a minus from your score. So even if you get 0, you'll be in the negatives. So, now, Julian just popped in because he wanted to play. He had to work, so he just came back in. So with that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Elliot Canelo,
and the original,
Ben Pierce.
All right, love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
All right, Ben, you have champion's advantage. And how I have it here on my screen is Ben, Elio, Julian, and Clay. So, Ben, you have the option to either go first or pass it off to Elio. What do you want to do?
I will go first.
All right. So, here is your... Where the fuck is it? Damn, they switched everything around on me. All right, here's your first one.
I'm on my own again.
Bianca Belair.
Yes, Bianca Belair, you are on the board with 1. Goes to Elio. Elio, here's your first one.
Ain't no stopping me. Nah. You can't rock me. I'ma bring it to
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin.
I love that song too.
Do you
That's
really?
so great. I did.
too.
You know what?
Yeah.
When I played video games at one point in my life when I was little, that would be my entrance song to my character.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I love that song.
Nice.
So,
All right.
yes.
No. All good. All right. Goes to Julian. Here's your first one.
The Miz.
Yes, The Miz. You are on the board with one so far, all across the board with ones. But so Clay, you need to keep the momentum going. Here's your first one.
Sting.
No, it is not.
It's not?
No. Ben for the steal.
Mankind.
Mankind,
Jesus
yes.
fucking Christ. Wow. God damn.
Ben steals it. It goes to Ben. He can be up 3-1 to 1 to 0. Here you go, Ben.
I don't know.
Elio for the steal.
Got nothing.
Julian for the steal.
Pass that. I don't know who it is.
Clay for the steal.
Disco Inferno.
No, it's not. It's Al Snow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Score is still. What's that?
I'm still pissed.
I bet you are.
Fuck that up. My God. I'm blaming that on no sleep, boys, because I'm running with 2 freaking kids, and no, don't.
All right, goes to Elio. Can have 2 with this one. Here you go.
Are you ready?
D-Generation X.
Yes, D-Generation X. Elio is on the board with 2. Goes to Julian. Here you go.
Test?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Chuck Palumbo?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, yes. His older theme.
Shit.
His older theme.
Damn it.
Goes to Clay. Clay, you got to get your first one, man. All right, here you go.
Is that Kane?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
I have no idea.
Elio for the steal.
Is that Canyon?
Yes, it's Canyon.
Elio
Elio has 3. Ben has 3. Clay has 0. Julian has 1. Goes to, who's it on? Ben? Goes to Ben?
I believe so.
Yes, goes to Ben.
Yeah.
Ben can be up 4 with this one. Here you go.
I have no idea.
Elio for the steal.
Ethan Page.
No, it is not. Julian for the steal.
Lee Moriarty?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Jake Hager.
No, it is not. It's the Nightmare Sisters theme.
Oh, fuck that.
Can I ask who the Nightmare Sisters are? Because I have no idea.
That was Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, Brandy Rhodes back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That little faction she was trying to form. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Score is still at 3 for Ben, 3 for Elio, 1 for Julian, 0 for Clay. But Elio can be up 4 with this one. Here you go.
I will never let go of my ego.
Is that TJP?
No, it is not. Julian for the steal.
Ethan Page.
It is Ethan Page.
Damn it. I actually remembered that one, too.
All right. It goes to Julian. Julian can get 3 with this one. Here you go.
Michael Nakazawa.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Hikaru Shida?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Tajiri.
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Kai and Tai.
Kai and Tai, yes. Elio has 4. Unless he gets those forbidden songs. The only way.
That's right. That's
I have
right.
a feeling. I have a feeling. All right. It goes to, who's it go to? Clay?
Yep.
All right, Clay. Here you go. You got to get 1, man.
We're trying. We're trying.
All right, here you go.
Christopher Daniels.
It is Christopher Daniels.
Yes. Thank you, God.
Holy
God.
shit.
What?
Thank you.
You
Miss
know that-
Mankind, I got Christopher Daniels. That made sense.
This is the this is the second time a TNA song came on this show.
How do you miss Mankind but get Christopher Daniels? What?
Damn.
That's how I
Damn. All right, he's finally on the board.
Yes.
Goes to Ben. He can be tied with Elio with this one. Here you go.
I don't know.
All right. Elio for the steal and the win.
Rhino.
No, it is not. Julian for the steal.
Pass.
Clay for the steal.
Matt Seidel.
Nope. It's Alex Wright.
Oh, Elio. Is Alex right?
What? See, 'cause he has 2. Because I heard 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
So
does. He
that's
does.
why. Yeah.
Every time I hear Alex Wright, now I'm like, Elio.
Right?
He gets him.
All right. It goes
Now
to Elio. He can win it with this one. Here you go.
Yeah. Ricochet.
No, it is not. Julian for the steal.
Carmelo Hayes.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Elijah Burke.
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
I have no idea.
I think this is the first time we had this on here. Serena Deeb.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So who's it on?
Julian.
All right. Score is still Ben with 3, Elio with 4, Julian with 2, and Clay with 1.
Yep.
Here you go, Julian.
Val Venus.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Rico.
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
I have no idea.
Elio for the steal and the win. Please don't get it, because I don't want to end it with this song.
Good, because I have nothing.
Who the fuck is this? M.I. Smooth?
Oh.
No clue.
Yeah, no clue.
From WCW.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, goes to Clay. Here you go.
Is that Road Dogg?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
The other one.
I have not a clue.
Elio for the steal and the win.
British Bulldog.
Yes, the British Bulldog.
This is like one or the other. I just thought like.
Damn it.
But see, the thing of it is, Clay, you did this the last time.
I did.
You did this the last time when this song came on. You did the same. You said the same shit, and Elio stole it right from you. This time he won.
That's when I knew. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna miss this one, but I missed it. I'm like, God damn it! It's a British Bulldog.
Yeah.
It's like I picked the wrong fucking dog.
I honestly thought you was gonna get it. I did, but then once I saw you think, I was like, oh shit, he ain't gonna get it. Holy fuck. And then I'm looking over at Elio, I was like, oh, he got it.
Well, I knew he got it. I knew he was gonna get it. I'm like, he cannot miss this.
Right?
Huh.
Shit. There you go. Elio wins it again. What's the score now, Elio?
So the score is now 9. Clay has 8 and Julian has 1. And
Wow.
Ben has 1.
And Ben has 1, yeah. Holy shit. Man, this is going to come down to the wire. I'm telling you that right now. Down to the wire. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll see you next week. We don't own the rights. This is actually a good song.
Yep.